Welcome back to our channel, Coin Enthusiasts. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of ultra-rare state quarters. These coins are not just pocket change, some of them are worth a fortune. In this video, we'll uncover the top 5 ultra-rare state quarter coins, explore their history, and reveal their current values. If you're into collecting or just curious, stay tuned because you might have one of these rare gems in your collection. 1999 Connecticut State Quarter. In 1999, the U.S. Mint began its ambitious 50 state quarters program. Each year, 5 different states were honored with a unique quarter design, with the program running from 1999 through 2008. This initiative was hugely popular, introducing millions to the world of coin collecting and spotlighting the rich history and culture of each state. Connecticut was one of the first 5 states featured, and its design has since become a favorite among collectors. The Connecticut State Quarter was released on October 12, 1999 as part of the first year of the 50 State Quarters program. The quarter honors Connecticut's rich heritage, featuring the iconic charter oak tree. This symbol of freedom and independence commemorates a key moment in the state's history. In 1687, when the British sought to take control of the Connecticut colony's royal charter, it was famously hidden in the hollow of this very tree to prevent its confiscation. The charter oak represents Connecticut's resolve to maintain self-governance and has become a lasting symbol of the state's independent spirit. Let's take a closer look at the Connecticut State Quarter. The reverse design, created by artist T. James Farrell, features the majestic charter oak in striking detail. The words Connecticut, 1788, and the charter oak are inscribed around the tree. With the year of issue 1999, at the bottom dot on the obverse, we see the familiar profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. This design has been a staple of U.S. quarters since 1932, with only minor modifications made for the 50 State Quarter series. The Connecticut Quarter weighs 5.67 grams and is composed of copper-nickel that's 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel. It has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters and a reeded edge, like all U.S. quarters. Now let's talk about where the Connecticut quarters were minted and how many were produced. These coins were struck at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Here's a breakdown of the mint marks. Philadelphia P, 688,744,000 coins. Denver D, 657,880,000 coins. San Francisco S, there are 2 types from San Francisco, the standard proof version and the silver proof version. The standard proof S had a mintage of 3,713,359, while the silver proof S saw a smaller mintage of 804,565. Proof coins are special, high-quality strikes typically made for collectors and have a mirror-like finish. Now, let's talk about the potential value of these quarters. For most circulated examples, the Connecticut Quarter is still worth 25 cents, as many remain in regular circulation. However, uncirculated and proof versions can be worth more, especially if they're in excellent condition. In uncirculated condition with an MS65 grade, the value can range from $1 to $3 depending on the mint mark. Coins graded MS67 or higher can fetch even higher prices, sometimes up to $50 for the best specimens. As for proof versions, particularly the silver proof, these can be worth anywhere from $10 to $15 or more depending on the condition and demand. Ohio 2002 State Quarter. The Ohio State Quarter was released in 2002 as part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program. Now, Ohio has a pretty special place in American history, so it's no surprise that this coin highlights some really iconic image. On the reverse side, we have a unique depiction of the state's rich aviation history. There's the outline of Ohio, and in the center, 2 legendary figures in aviation history: a biplane representing the Wright brothers, who hailed from Ohio, and an astronaut figure symbolizing Neil Armstrong, the first man on the moon, who was also born in Ohio. Below, you'll see the phrase "birthplace of aviation pioneers." The coin beautifully highlights Ohio's contributions to both early flight and space exploration. The front of the coin, like all quarters, features the standard portrait of George Washington, which we've all come to know. Now, let's talk numbers. How many of these Ohio quarters were made? Well, like most state quarters, the Ohio quarter was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint produced about 217 million Ohio quarters. The Denver Mint produced 414 million. And finally, the San Francisco Mint made 3.1 million proof quarters, which were created specifically for collectors. All right, the big question everyone's here for: what's the value of an Ohio State Quarter today? While millions were minted, not all of these coins are valued equally. If you have a regular circulation Ohio Quarter with a P or D mint mark, it's probably worth just its face value, 25 cents, unless it's in exceptional uncirculated condition. Coins in MS65 or higher condition can fetch between $1 and $3. However, the real value comes from proof coins, those with the S mint mark. These are made for collectors and can be worth anywhere from $5 to $10 or more, depending on their condition and if they're graded. So if you have a high-quality proof coin or a pristine uncirculated Ohio Quarter, it could be worth more than just pocket change. Now, some Ohio quarters are even more valuable because of mint errors. Error coins can sometimes fetch a higher price at auctions or from collectors. Georgia 1999 state quarter. In 1999, the U.S. Mint kicked off its 50 state quarters program celebrating the heritage of each U.S. state by releasing 5 state quarters every year from 1999 to 2008. The Georgia state quarter was the 4th one released, representing the Peach State. The Georgia state quarter was officially released on July 19, 1999. It's important to note that this quarter is not only a piece of currency, but also a historical artifact that captures Georgia's rich heritage. Let's take a closer look at the design. On the obverse front of the coin, we have the familiar portrait of George Washington designed by John Flanagan. But what makes the Georgia state quarter unique is its reverse back design, crafted by T. James Farrell. The reverse features an iconic peach in the center, symbolizing Georgia's famous title, as the peach state. Surrounding the peach are live oak sprigs, which is the state tree of Georgia, adding an extra touch of state pride. At the bottom, you'll see a banner with the state motto, Wisdom, Justice, Moderation. Georgia's outline is also featured behind the peach, making it unmistakably tied to its state roots. Now, let's talk about the minting details. The Georgia state quarter was minted in 3 locations, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The coins minted in Philadelphia have a P mint mark. Coins from Denver carry a D mint mark, and the ones from San Francisco bear an S, but these were only made for proof sets. If you find a Georgia quarter with an S mint mark, it's a proof coin, often more valuable than your typical circulated coin. Now, for the part you've all been waiting for, what is the value of the 1999 Georgia state quarter today? Well, like most coins, its value depends on a few factors. Its condition, rarity, and whether it's circulated or uncirculated. For a circulated Georgia quarter, you're looking at its face value, just 25 cents. However, if it's in mint condition or uncirculated, the value can go up. Uncirculated coins can fetch anywhere from $1 to $5 depending on their condition. If you have a proof coin, especially one that's been preserved well, it can be worth between $7 and $20, sometimes even more for high-grade proof coins. 19761976 Bicentennial Quarter. So what's so special about this quarter? First, it was issued to celebrate America's 200th birthday, the bicentennial. Unlike your everyday quarters, this one stands out for its dual-dated inscription, 1776 to 1976, instead of the usual single year. But did you know there's even more to uncover? Back in 1976, the United States celebrated 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. To mark this significant occasion, the U.S. Mint created special commemorative designs for the quarter, half dollar, and dollar coins. These coins were produced in both 1975 and 1976, but interestingly, none of them bear the date 1975, just 1776 to 1976. Let's talk design. The obverse, or the front, features the familiar profile of George Washington, but it's the reverse that steals the show. Designed by Jack L. H.R., the reverse shows a majestic image of a colonial drummer with a torch encircled by 13 stars representing the original 13 colonies. This design truly captures the spirit of the bicentennial celebration. Now, did you know there are 2 main types of bicentennial quarters? You've got the circulation strikes, which were minted at Philadelphia and Denver, and the collector's versions, the 40% silver quarters that were part of special mint sets and proof sets produced at the San Francisco Mint. The regular quarters made for circulation are composed of a copper nickel clad. On the other hand, the 40% silver quarters are highly sought after by collectors because of their silver content and limited production. Another key thing to know is how to identify where your bicentennial quarter was minted. Look just to the right of George Washington's ponytail. If there's a D, that means it was minted in Denver. If there's no mark, it's from Philadelphia. And if you spot an S, congratulations, you found one of the silver or proof quarters from San Francisco. So what are these bicentennial quarters worth today? Well, it depends on a few factors. For quarters that were heavily circulated, the value is generally face value about 25 cents. However, in uncirculated or mint state condition, they can fetch anywhere from $5 to $10 depending on the grading. The 40% silver quarters, on the other hand, are worth more because of their silver content. These can range from $5 to $20 or more based on condition. Some rare high-grade examples, especially those graded MS67 or higher by professional grading companies, can reach $100 or more. Lowell 2019 State Quarter. Lowell, Massachusetts is known as the birthplace of the American Industrial Revolution. Established in the 1820s, it became a hub for textile manufacturing. The city was named after Francis Cabot Lowell, who was instrumental in developing the power loom and advancing the textile industry in the U.S. The Lowell National Historical Park was created to preserve this important history, and it's celebrated on the quarter we're discussing today. Now let's take a closer look at the design of the Lowell quarter. On the reverse side, you'll see an image of the iconic boot cotton mills, which symbolizes Lowell's rich textile heritage. The inscription reads Lowell, Massachusetts. Along with the year 2019, the obverse features the familiar profile of George Washington, as seen on all state quarters. Now let's talk about the value of the Lowell quarter. Generally, state quarters are worth 25 cents, but certain conditions can increase their value significantly. Uncirculated coins. If you have a Lowell quarter that is uncirculated, it can be worth between $1 to $3 depending on the quality. Proof coins. If you happen to own a proof version of the Lowell quarter, these are typically valued between $5 and $10. Collector demand. Always keep in mind that collector demand can affect prices. Some quarters might be worth more to collectors who are specifically looking for this coin to complete their sets. So where can you find these quarters? You can check your change, visit local coin shops, or even explore online marketplaces like eBay or Etsy. Just remember to look for those in great condition or those special proof editions to maximize your collection. That wraps up our deep dive into the Lowell 2019 State Quarter Dollar. It's not just a piece of currency, it's a slice of American history that represents innovation and industrial growth. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest coin explorations. What's your favorite state quarter? Let us know in the comments below.